Did you seriously just walk away from me? We were in the middle of a conversation, Max.
Wait, what? But you're the one who stormed off. I was just trying to explain.
Explain what exactly? How you've been sneaking around for weeks? How you're constantly on your phone hiding the screen from me?
It's not what you think. Can you please just come back to the trail so we can talk about this face to face?
No, I need space right now. And you clearly need space to text whoever you're texting.
I'm not texting anyone else, though. This is ridiculous.
Oh, really? Then who was that woman who called you yesterday? The one whose name you wouldn't show me?
That's what I was trying to explain when you walked away.
I'm waiting.
Look, it's complicated.
Of course it is. It's always complicated when you're hiding something.
I'm not hiding anything bad. It was supposed to be a surprise.
A surprise? Is that what we're calling it now?
Yes, a surprise. For our anniversary.
Our anniversary isn't for another month, you twat. Try again.
That's why I've been planning ahead. These things take time, you know?
What things exactly? Stop being so vague.
Ugh, fine. You want to know? The woman is a realtor.
Realtor?
Yes, I've been looking at houses. For us.
Houses? You expect me to believe that?
It's the truth. I was going to surprise you with our dream home. Or, at least, the option to buy it. This was what I had in mind.
Then why be so secretive about it? Why hide your phone? Why lie about where you've been going?
Because it was supposed to be a surprise. That's how surprises work. You don't tell the person about them.
And I'm just supposed to believe this? After weeks of suspicious behavior?
Check my email if you don't believe me. There are dozens of messages from Janet about property listings.
Janet? So you're on a first-name basis with her?
She's our realtor. That's her job. Stop being so ridiculous about this.
Don't call me ridiculous. You've been acting shady and got caught. Now you're making up stories.
I'm not making anything up. This was supposed to be special, and now you've ruined it.
Oh, so now I've ruined it? Classic Max. Turn it around on me.
That's not what I meant. I just wanted to surprise you with something nice for once.
For once? As if you're so thoughtful all the time?
I try to be, but you always assume the worst about me.
Because you give me reason to. Sneaking around, being evasive, and now getting defensive.
I'm defensive because you're attacking me for trying to do something nice. Something I've been planning for months.
Show me proof then. Show me these alleged house listings.
Fine. Happy now?
You could have fabricated this. Could have asked a friend to send that.
Are you serious right now? What would it take to convince you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not acting so suspicious in the first place.
I was trying to keep a secret. A good secret. For you!
Well, it doesn't feel good. It feels like you've been lying to me.
I technically have been, but not for the reasons you think.
That doesn't make it better. Lying is lying.
So I should have just told you about the house? Ruined the surprise?
Maybe not lie about where you were going. Maybe not hide your phone like you've got something awful to hide.
I didn't want you to see the notifications from the realtor, or the photos of the houses.
This just sounds like excuses. Look, I just need to think.
Where are you anyway? You've been gone for like 20 minutes.
I'm in a field, right on the edge of the forest.
Well, I'm heading back to the car. This hike is ruined anyway.
Please be my guest. Go.
I'm serious. I'm leaving in 20 minutes with or without you.
Whatever. Leave then.
Joelle, don't be like this.
Like what? Someone who doesn't appreciate being lied to?
I was trying to do something special, but clearly that was a mistake.
The mistake was the lying, not the gesture.
Well, it's too late now. The surprise is ruined.
And whose fault is that?
Both of ours, probably. But I'm not going to stand here arguing about it.
Then go. Go back to the car.
As you wish. 15 minutes and I'm gone.
I don't care.
You're acting childish.
And you're acting like a liar.
I was planning to propose in the new house. There. Now you've ruined that surprise too.
What? Are you serious?
Dead serious. I've been saving for months. The house was just the beginning.
Maximum. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. The moment's gone.
Max, please. I'm sorry. I jumped to conclusions.
Yeah, you did.
I've been hurt before. You know that?
And after 3 years together, you still think I'd cheat on you?
I got scared. All the secrecy. I didn't know what to think.
You could have trusted me. That's what hurts.
I'm coming back. We should talk about this.
I'm almost at the car already. Just meet me there.
Wait, what is that?
What's what?
There's something in the field.
Like a deer?
No, much bigger. Good lord.
What is it then? Joelle?
Maximum. There's something here. Something freaking enormous.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of joke?
I'm hiding behind a tree. It's huge. Its legs are like buildings.
Joelle, this isn't funny.
I'm not joking. Max, baby, I'm terrified. I don't want to be alone anymore.
Well, what does it look like?
It's gray and black. Its legs bend in weird ways. And it's so tall it goes into the clouds. I can't even see its head.
Joelle, are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. Please, just come find me. I'm sorry about everything. I don't want to die out here.
Joelle, breathe. Where exactly are you?
Down the path and to the left. Please hurry. It's moving through the field. The ground is shaking.
I'm coming. Stay hidden.
Max, honey, I'm so sorry about doubting you, about ruining the proposal, about everything.
Forget about that. I'm running back now.
Oh crap, Maximum. There are things coming down from it. They're like long, thin tendrils coming down from beneath it.
What? Can you take a picture?
Hell no. I don't want it to see me.
Joelle, I think you need to start running. Try to get back to the path, okay?
Hold up. They stopped. They're just hanging there.
Can you make it back to the trail then?
I think so. I'm going to try.
Joelle? Are you still there? Did you make it back to the trail?
I can't make it. I'm on the floor now. My legs starting seizing up. They won't move right.
Joelle, stop playing games. Just get up for God's sake.
I'm not playing. I fell. I'm on the ground now. Max, please, I think I need an ambulance.
Joelle, enough with this performance. I'm turning back and waiting at the car for you. If you want to talk like adults, come here.
Max, please. I'm not making this up.
Is this your way of getting me to apologize?
I don't care about the stupid fight anymore. I'm terrified. Max, what if those tendrils find me?
That's quite the imagination you've got. So you're hiding from a monster that pierces the clouds, right? Got it. God, why did I even believe you for a second?
Because I'm telling the truth. I can barely crawl. Please, Max, I need you.
I'm getting tired of this. Just come back to the car. I get it. You're upset.
Ugh, just listen to me. Wait, maybe I can prove it. Let me try to get a photo.
Sure. Show me this cloud piercer. What am I looking at exactly? This could be anything.
Look at the size compared to the clouds. That's its leg. Just one leg. The photo doesn't do it justice. My hands are shaking too much.
Wait, hold on. That can't be right.
You see it. You see it, right?
I guess.
Oh, crap. I think it knows I'm here.
Okay, stay calm. I'll keep looking for you. Crawl behind a tree if you can.
The tendrils. They're moving intentionally. Like they're searching for something. Searching for me.
Don't panic. I'm running as fast as I can.
Maximum. Max, it's coming my way. The leg. It's going to step right near me. Why do my legs have to choose now not to work?
Can you stay behind the tree? Is it big enough to hide you?
I don't think so. Not anymore. The tendrils are getting lower. They're dropping down closer to the ground.
Where can you go? Is there anywhere safe nearby?
I don't know. Maybe behind that rock formation? I don't know. I'm going to try to crawl there.
Okay, good. Stay low. How far is it from you?
Maybe 20 feet away. But I'm moving so slow. My legs feel like lead. Like they're not mine.
You can do this, Joelle. Keep going. Don't look up. Just focus on getting to that rock.
I'm trying. It's hard to type and crawl, but I don't want to be alone.
I'm here. I'm with you. Keep moving.
It's so quiet. How can something so massive be so quiet? Just the ground tremors and a kind of whistling from above.
I think I'm getting closer. I can see a clearing ahead. Is that where you are?
Maybe. Does it have tall grass? And a big oak tree in the middle?
I don't see the tree yet. Just the tall grass. I'm going to keep running that way.
Maximum. Oh, Christ, Max.
What? Has it spotted you?
I turned around. I looked back. The tree. There are tendrils wrapped around it, squeezing it.
Holy crap! Don't stop.
I'm almost at the rocks. Just a few more feet. But I don't think...
Don't think what? Joelle?
There are even more tendrils coming from every direction, from the woods. They're coming through the trees.
No. Joelle, can you move in another direction? Is there anywhere else to go?
They're everywhere now, circling, closing in.
Joelle, I'm going as fast as I can. I can see the field now. I think I can see it.
It knows I'm here. How does it know? The tendrils are all pointing at me now. Dozens of them, suspended in the air. Just pointing.
Can you hide anywhere? Dig into the ground? Anything?
There's nowhere to go. They're too close now. I'm trapped.
Joelle, keep talking to me.
They've stopped moving, hovering, like they're waiting. I can see them better now, glistening, like wet leather.
I'm almost there. Just hold on.
Max, it's okay. Please, stay back. I don't want you to see this.
See what? Joelle? Answer me. What's happening?
They found me.
I need help. My girlfriend has been taken.
This is Emergency Tech Services. Please provide your location and the nature of your emergency.
We're at Blackwood Forest, near the Eastern Hiking Trail, and some kind of massive monster thing took her from me.
Can you clarify what you mean by something took your girlfriend? Was she abducted by a person?
Not a person, a creature. It's enormous, taller than the trees. It goes up into the clouds.
Sir, I need you to try to remain calm and describe the situation clearly. Are you saying an animal attacked your girlfriend?
This is no animal. It has these massive legs and tendrils, dozens of tendrils coming down from above.
Sir, what is your name?
Max Davies. Please just send help immediately.
Max, I'm going to need some information about the missing person. What is your girlfriend's name and description?
Joelle Reeves. She's 29, 5 feet 7 inches, brown hair, green eyes. She was wearing a blue jacket and black hiking pants.
Thank you. And when did you last see Joelle?
About 15 minutes ago. She was texting me. Then she said, "They found me," and went silent.
You said she was taken by something. Can you explain what you actually witnessed?
I didn't see it happen. We were separated. She was texting me about this huge creature. I'm running to where she was now.
A creature tall enough to reach the clouds with tendrils?
Yes! That's exactly what I'm saying.
Sir, have you consumed any substances today? Alcohol? Drugs of any kind?
What? No! Why aren't you listening to me?
I'm listening, but I need to understand the situation clearly. What you're describing isn't typical.
I know it sounds crazy, but it's real. Look, it's so big I can only get one leg in the frame. Do you see it now? Do you see it? That's the leg. Just one leg of this thing. Joelle took this before she was taken.
This image is very unclear, sir. Max, is this some kind of prank call? Doctored images are a serious misuse of emergency services.
This is not a prank. My girlfriend is being taken into the sky as we speak. Why would I make this up?
Sir, What you're describing is physically impossible. I understand you may be experiencing distress, but I need you to be honest with me so I can help you.
I'm telling the truth.
Please remain calm, sir. How long have you been experiencing these visions?
These are not visions.
Sir, I need you to stay exactly where you are. Do not approach the anomaly. We're dispatching emergency services to your location.
About time, but also, I can't just stand here. Joelle is being lifted higher and higher. Soon she'll be gone.
Stay where you are, Max. Specialized units are being dispatched. This is a situation we need to handle with proper equipment.
There's no time. Look. That's Joelle.
Max, do not approach. I repeat, do not approach the anomaly. We have units en route with specialized equipment.
I need to do something now. I can't lose her. I'm going back to my car.
What are you planning, Max? Whatever you're thinking, please reconsider.
I'm going to drive my car into its leg. Maybe I can knock it down, or at least distract it.
No, do not do that. You will be putting yourself in extreme danger. Our units are only minutes away.
Minutes is too long. She'll be gone by then.
Max, listen to me carefully. We need to approach this systematically. You driving your car into it could make the situation worse.
Worse than my girlfriend being abducted by a monster? I don't think so.
We don't know what this entity is, or how it might react to aggression. Please, wait for the professionals.
I can't. I'm at my car now. I'm going to save her.
Max, I'm begging you, don't do this. Think about your own safety.
I am thinking. This thing is trying to kill my second girlfriend. I won't let that happen.
Second?
The only girlfriend as far as she knows. But either way, it's time to save her.
Have you seen the new spectroscopy data from HD 219134? This could be our breakthrough. The water vapor signature is undeniable.
Just pulling it up now. That's remarkable. The oxygen levels are almost Earth-like.
Exactly. The probability matrix just jumped to 87%. This could be our first confirmed habitable exoplanet.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but I admit I'm excited. Have you run the atmospheric comparison models?
Working on them now. Initial results indicate a nitrogen-oxygen mix within the habitable range. If these readings hold up under further analysis,
We could be looking at the real deal. Have you started drafting the paper yet?
barely containing myself, but I want to verify the data one more time. Can't afford any mistakes with something this significant.
Agreed. Let me know what you need from my end. I can run the biological parameters against the new data.
Perfect. What's your timeline looking like?
Should have preliminary results by tomorrow morning. Wait, sorry. Johnson is at my door. Looks serious. Hold on.
No problem. Paul, you've been gone for 30 minutes. Everything okay?
I need to speak with you immediately. How fast can you pack your equipment?
Excuse me? What's happening?
We've been reassigned. Effective immediately. Both of us.
Reassigned? To what? We're in the middle of a potentially historic discovery.
This is classified. Codename Terrestrial Anomaly. That's all I can say over this channel.
You can't be serious. What about HD 219134? We're on the verge of confirmation.
This takes precedence. Trust me. Can you meet me in my office in 20?
Fine, but this better be good. I'm not abandoning our research for nothing.
It's not nothing. It's out of this world.
I'm on my way.
Actually, since you're cleared for this level, I can give you the basics now.
I'm listening.
A couple went missing during a hike yesterday near a small town called Millfield.
And this concerns NASA because
Because of what the boyfriend reported before he disappeared. He claimed to have seen a creature of impossible proportions,
define impossible proportions.
tall enough to reach the clouds, with appendages that lifted his girlfriend into the sky.
Are you serious? This sounds like a hoax.
That was my first thought too, but there's evidence, photos, and multiple witnesses now.
Multiple?
Local law enforcement responding to the scene. They've gone silent too.
My God. And they want us because
Your expertise in gravitational anomalies, my background in xenobiology. They're assembling a specialized team.
this is surreal. Do they think it's extraterrestrial?
They don't know what to think. That's why they're calling us in.
Jesus. And now that you mention it, I do remember something. Have you heard of the Missing Towns files?
No, what's that?
Recently declassified documents about small towns with unusual disappearances dating back decades. All dismissed as hoaxes or mass hysteria. HTTPS redactedfiles.gov declassified 1973 to 2005 small towns.
Checking now. This is remarkably similar. How did you know about these?
I've always had an interest in unexplained phenomena. Occupational hazard of being a physicist. Most of these cases involved reports of giants or creatures that pierce the sky.
I've been given access to the emergency call transcript and the images sent before contact was lost. I'm forwarding them to you now on email.
No, this can't be real. But if it is,
Exactly. Everything we understand about biology would need to be reconsidered. The square cube law alone makes this impossible.
unless it's not biological as we understand it. The gravitational implications are staggering. A creature that size should collapse under its own weight.
Unless it's manipulating gravity somehow. Or it's not entirely present in our dimension.
That would explain how it's remained undetected. A partially phased entity. When do we leave?
Transport is being arranged as we speak. Base camp is already being established near Millfield. They're airlifting in specialized equipment.
What kind of equipment?
Everything from spectrometers to military-grade drones. They're not taking any chances.
Who else is on the team?
Military personnel, medical staff, a few other specialists from various fields, about 30 people total.
This is happening so fast. Part of me is excited. The other part is terrified.
I know exactly how you feel. If this is real, it changes everything.
One thing bothers me. If these incidents have been happening for decades, why hasn't this been a priority before?
Good question. Maybe the evidence wasn't as compelling. Or maybe it was deliberately ignored.
Or contained. Small towns are easier to control information-wise, but now with everyone having cameras,
Harder to keep under wraps. I've been instructed to tell you to pack for at least 2 weeks.
I'll need access to the quantum computer network and the gravitational wave detector data.
Already arranged. You'll have a direct uplink to both.
I've been reviewing these declassified files more closely. There's a pattern. These events seem to cluster around ancient sites, places of worship, ritual spaces.
You think there's a historical connection?
What if these aren't new encounters? What if our ancestors knew about these entities? What if they were the basis for certain mythologies?
Like gods descending from the heavens, or giants walking the earth.
Exactly. I've just finished reviewing everything you sent. Paul, what if we've been looking in the wrong direction all these years? Not up at the stars, but right here on Earth? Paul, have you reviewed the latest drone footage from Area C?
Looking at it now from Command Center, the depressions are unmistakable, approximately 30 meters in diameter, precisely spaced.
The pattern is consistent with quadrupedal movement, and they match the footprint dimensions from the original incident.
That's not even the most concerning part. Have you checked the thermal imaging?
Not yet. I've been focused on the gravitational readings.
Take a look at the residual heat signatures. They're anomalous.
Pulling them up now. My goodness. These show temperatures below ambient, like something is actively absorbing heat.
Exactly. Whatever made these impressions wasn't just heavy. It was extracting thermal energy from the surroundings.
That certainly defies thermodynamics, at least as we understand it.
3 days in, and we're already rewriting physics. How are the gravity measurements coming?
Equally disturbing. We're seeing microgravitational fluctuations around each town, almost like ripples in space-time.
Magnitude?
0.02 to 0.07 gig variations, occurring in regular 6-minute intervals.
Like a pulse or a heartbeat.
I hadn't made that connection. That's a disturbing analogy.
Speaking of disturbing, I've been reviewing the footage from Hillbrook, the town closest to the couple's disappearance.
And?
Population 347, now 0. And according to timestamps from security cameras, they all vanished within a 4-hour window, just 2 days before the hiking incident.
The entire town? That's horrifying.
The drone footage shows meals still on tables, cars abandoned with keys in the ignition. It's like they all just stood up and walked out.
Or were taken. What about the other 4 towns?
Similar patterns, different time frames. Maplewood, abandoned 3 weeks ago. Finchley, 2 months ago. Dalton Ridge, 6 months ago. St. Olson, approximately 1 year ago.
So it's progressive, moving in a pattern.
Yes, roughly circular, centered around a point about 20 miles north of our current position.
Have we tried sending drones there?
3 attempts, all failed.
What am I looking at?
Drone footage from yesterday. Watch the left quadrant at exactly 3 minutes in. A localized tornado forms out of nowhere. Clear skies, no warning. Took out the drone instantly.
That's not natural. Weather manipulation?
It appears so. All drone incursions past a certain perimeter trigger the same response. Highly targeted weather phenomena.
Do we have any historical weather data for the region?
Already on it. The past 50 years show an above-average incidence of freak storms, mostly localized tornadoes and sudden fog formations.
I've been doing some historical research of my own. The indigenous people of this region had legends about what they called the Wandering Faith.
The what?
A massive being that would eat villages. Their folklore described it as a giant with legs that reached the clouds and arms that would come down to pluck people from the ground.
When are these legends from?
The earliest recorded accounts date back to the 1700s, but the oral traditions are much older.
So whatever this is, it's been here a long time.
It would appear so. There's something else. The legends say it offers the people to the sky.
What does that mean?
I'm not entirely sure, but it's consistent with the girlfriend being lifted upward.
This is beyond anything we anticipated. Remote observation clearly isn't enough.
What are you suggesting?
We need eyes on the ground. Direct observation.
That's incredibly dangerous. We've seen what happens to anything that gets too close.
I've discussed it with Command. They've authorized a reconnaissance team. 3 Navy SEALs all in separate specialized vehicles.
Specialized how?
Tornado-proof, essentially. Reinforced chassis, low center of gravity, advanced atmospheric sensors, and each one equipped with sample collection tools.
Good God. And when is this happening exactly?
Tomorrow morning. They're being briefed now. We'll be coordinating via secure text.
This is moving too fast. We haven't even established a proper theoretical framework.
We don't have time for theoretical frameworks. People are disappearing. And whatever this thing is, It's active right now.
You're right. I've never encountered anything like this.
None of us have. That's why we need more data. Direct observation.
What about satellite imagery?
Tried it. Heavy cloud cover appears whenever we attempt it. Again, seemingly generated on demand.
So it's aware of our observation attempts. That suggests intelligence.
Or at least some form of sensory perception beyond our understanding. The SEAL team is ready for briefing. They're establishing contact now.
Secure channel established. Alpha reporting.
Beta online.
CETA standing by.
Thank you all for joining. I'm Dr. Paul Rayner, xenobiologist.
Dr. Lena Cawthon, physicist, specializing in gravitational anomalies.
We've been briefed on the basics, but frankly, it sounds
Insane.
I understand your skepticism, but I assure you we have compelling evidence.
We'll need to see everything you've got before we roll out.
Sharing all footage and data now through our separate comms channels, including the original emergency calls and drone reconnaissance.
I've seen a lot in my career, but this is...
Holy crap. Excuse my language, but are those footprints real?
Very real. 30 meters in diameter, consistent with a quadrupedal entity of massive proportions.
And the towns? All these people just vanished?
347 people from Hillbrook alone, without a trace, just gone.
Mission parameters?
Reconnaissance only. You'll be entering Hillbrook in 3 specialized vehicles. Primary objective, visual confirmation and documentation. Secondary, collect physical samples from footprint sites.
And if we encounter the entity?
Retreat immediately. This is not an engagement mission. I cannot stress this enough.
Understood. What about weather anomalies?
Your vehicles are designed to withstand winds up to 150 miles per hour. But the tornadoes we've observed are highly targeted. They appear to form specifically to neutralize threats.
So this thing can control the weather?
That's our working theory, though control might be too simplistic. It may be manipulating local atmospheric conditions, or even altering space-time in a way that manifests as weather phenomena.
Departure time?
0600 hours. You'll maintain constant communication. Any disruption in signals cause for immediate extraction.
What if we find survivors?
Extract them if possible, but primary directive remains observation. Remember, we have no idea what you're really looking for. At the first sign of danger, abort the mission. No exceptions. This is a reconnaissance mission, nothing more.
Mission clock active. Please confirm status.
Alpha reporting. En route to Millfield. ETA 10 minutes.
Beta confirmed. Following 200 meters behind Alpha.
SETA in position. All systems functional.
Weather conditions?
Clear skies. Visibility excellent. No signs of atmospheric disturbance.
Maintain vigilance. Remember protocol. Any weather shifts, report immediately.
Understood. Permission to activate collection equipment?
Affirmative. All sensors online.
Approaching town perimeter now. First impressions. Complete abandonment. No movement. No signs of life.
Entering Millfield Main Street. Confirm abandoned status. This is unsettling.
Describe what you're seeing.
Cars left in the middle of the road. Some with doors open. A few with engines still running but now out of gas.
Any signs of struggle?
Negative. It's as we expected. Looks like everyone just got up and walked away.
Checking residential area now. Front doors open. TVs still on in some houses. Food rotted on plates. Wait, I'm noticing something strange.
Elaborate.
The clocks. Every digital clock I can see through windows. They're all stopped at the same time.
What time?
3:17 a.m. 3 days ago. Every single one.
Confirming that observation. I'm at the local elementary school. Same thing. All clocks stopped at 3:17. Backpacks still on hooks. Half-eaten lunches. Assignments incomplete on desks.
This suggests a simultaneous event, possibly electromagnetic in nature.
Moving toward the field now, where the couple was last seen. What the dash? Something's changing.
What is it?
Fog. Rolling in fast. Visibility dropping rapidly.
Confirming. Heavy fog from the north. Wasn't in the forecast.
Same here. Can barely see 20 feet ahead now.
Deploy atmospheric measuring equipment immediately. This matches the pattern we observed with the drones.
Be prepared for rapid withdrawal.
Deploying sensors now.
Same. Getting confusing readings. Barometric pressure dropping impossibly fast.
Electromagnetic interference increasing. Comms might become unstable.
Are your vehicles experiencing any effects?
Negative. Systems operational, but visibility near zero now.
I can't see a damn thing. I'm going to exit the vehicle. Get a better look.
Negative. Do not exit your vehicle. That's a direct order.
Beta, stay inside. This isn't protocol.
Beta, don't do it.
We're not getting any data sitting inside, though. I'm just going to take a quick look. I'll stay close to the vehicle.
Beta, I cannot stress this enough. Return to your vehicle immediately.
I'm just a few feet away. Well, that was quick. I hear something. Some kind of clicking sound. Like chattering teeth. Thousands of them. Getting louder.
Beta, get back in your vehicle.
It's coming from everywhere. I can't tell the direction exactly, but...
Beta? Respond. Alpha, SETA, status report.
Fog clearing suddenly. Oh my god.
What do you see?
It's real. It's freaking real. I can see it.
Confirming visual. We were right. The size of this thing. It's easily over 1,000 feet tall.
Where's BETA?
I see him. He's in the sky. It's got him.
More tendrils coming down. They have Beta. It's lifting him up. He's screaming. I can hear him from here.
All units retreat immediately. Get out of there!
Attempting to reverse. Crap. The driver says the vehicle isn't responding. Engine running, but we're not moving.
Same here. It's like we're stuck in mud. And I think I see something coming up from the ground.
Describe.
More tendrils. Coming up through the earth. They're wrapping around the wheels, climbing up the chassis.
Confirming same situation here. They're holding us in place. Driver trying to accelerate. No movement.
The ground is shaking. Something's coming. It's Jesus Christ, its leg is moving. It's stepping toward us. Crap! It's above me.
It stepped on Sita's vehicle, completely crushed it. There's nothing left.
Alpha, you need to get out of there now, by any means necessary.
It knows we're here. It's coming for me next. So I have no choice. I'm gonna have to get out and slash the tendrils off my wheels. I'm outside the vehicle. Tendrils are wrapped around everything, trying to shoot them.
Be careful. We have no idea what these appendages are capable of.
Using my sidearm, taking aim at the largest tendril on the front axle. Firing now. What the hell?
What happened?
Bullets went straight through it. No effect, like shooting it missed, but it's solid enough to hold the vehicle.
This confirms our quantum phase hypothesis. It may exist partially in another dimensional state.
Selectively material. It can interact with physical objects but become immaterial to threats.
That's fascinating, but it doesn't help me get free. And this thing is turning toward me now.
Is there anything else you can try? Different materials?
The driver has an emergency kit. Checking now. Found a combat knife, steel blade, attempting to cut the tendril. Holy crap! It worked. The tendril recoiled when I cut it, released some kind of glowing fluid, luminescent, blue-greenish color.
Steel affected it? Is it possible to collect a sample of the fluid?
No time. Cutting more tendrils now. They're retreating from the blade. Almost free. All right, the driver's starting the engine again. We're moving! Repeating, we are mobile.
Get out of there immediately.
Don't need to tell me twice. Full speed back to the perimeter. Looking back, the creature appears to be in distress. Tendrils whipping around, some kind of high-pitched sound. Can barely hear it, like it's at the edge of human perception.
Auditory response to pain. The steel must have a specific effect on its biology.
Well, you're in luck. I managed to cut one off completely. A small tendril. I'm bringing it with me.
You have a specimen?
Secured in a sample container from the vehicle kit. It's still moving, twitching.
This is incredible. The first physical evidence. What about the other drivers?
Beta's driver was grabbed along with him, both lifted into the air. And CETA, his driver, never had a chance. The vehicle was completely flattened. Nothing could have survived that.
I'm deeply sorry for your losses.
They weren't just colleagues. We served together for 6 years, through 3 combat deployments. They were family.
We understand, Alpha, and we'll make sure their sacrifice wasn't in vain.
How far am I from base?
About 35 minutes at your current speed. We'll have a medical team and decontamination unit ready.
I don't need medical. I need weapons. Steel weapons.
Let's not be hasty. This specimen could provide crucial information.
I'm not being hasty. I'm being methodical. That thing killed my brothers, and I'm going to kill it.
Alpha, I understand your anger, but this is a profound scientific discovery. We need to study it first.
Study it all you want. Just tell me how to kill it when you're done.
We don't even know what it is yet. It could be an undiscovered terrestrial species or something else entirely.
I don't care if it's the Queen of England. It crushed Sita like he was nothing. It took Beta God knows where, and it's emptying entire towns.
Which is precisely why we need to understand it. What is its purpose? Why is it taking people? Where are they going?
My purpose is much simpler. I'm going to find it, and I'm going to get my revenge.
How exactly do you plan to destroy something of that size? It's physically impossible for conventional weapons.
We just learned it has a weakness. Steel hurts it. That's a starting point.
One small tendril reacted negatively to steel. That's a far cry from having a method to neutralize the entire entity.
Every creature has vulnerabilities. No matter how large, no matter how powerful. Find the weakness. Exploit it. That's how you win. My daughter asked me yesterday why I do what I do. I told her I protect people from monsters. I didn't know how literal that would become.
You have a daughter?
Ella. She's 7. Beta was her godfather. Sita taught her how to ride a bike last summer. So forgive me if I'm not in a scientific mood.
I understand, truly. But rushing in will only create more orphans.
And doing nothing will create even more. How many towns has this thing emptied already? How many children separated from their parents?
We share your concern, but we need to be strategic. The specimen you're bringing might hold answers to all sorts of the unexplainable.
I'm 5 minutes out. The tendril is still moving. Weaker now, but still active.
We're ready to receive you. The lab is prepared.
I'll hand over the specimen. I'll debrief. I'll even help analyze. But understand this. When we know enough, I'm going back out there. First we learn its weaknesses. Then we exploit them. I've killed things people said couldn't be killed before. This is no different. Just bigger.
Paul, are you seeing these electron microscopy results?
Yes, just reviewing them now in the lab 2 floors up from you. I've never seen anything like this.
The cellular structure goes far beyond current human knowledge of taxonomy. And look at the temporal shifts in electron density.
It's as if the matter itself is unstable, shifting between states. This explains why bullets pass through it.
It's quantum phasing. The cells exist in superposition, both here and elsewhere.
Have you completed the spectroscopic analysis?
Just finished. You're not going to believe this.
Try me.
Human DNA. Multiple distinct profiles. The tendril contains human blood and tissue samples.
What? How?
I don't know, but there's more. I ran carbon dating on some of the organic material.
And?
Some samples date back approximately 40,000 years. This thing has been collecting human specimens since the Upper Paleolithic.
My God, that would explain the ancient legends. This entity has been interacting with humans throughout our evolution.
But what for? What purpose does it serve?
Sustenance, perhaps? The way the tendril absorbs thermal energy. Maybe it's harvesting something from humans as well.
Jesus. Oh crap, I'm with the tendril now. It just moved again.
But how? It's been severed for hours.
I'm looking at it right now. Slight pulsations, minimal but detectable.
Cellular activity should have ceased, unless
it's still connected somehow. Not physically, but
quantum entanglement. If its cells exist partly in another state or dimension, they could maintain connection despite physical separation.
we need to run more tests. What are you finding with the material tests?
That's the other breakthrough. When exposed to various materials, the tendril showed minimal reaction, except for one.
Steel, as Alpha reported?
Yes, but now we know why. The steel causes a severe reaction at the cellular level. It's essentially melting the cells on contact and preventing the quantum state shifting.
Fascinating. Is it the iron content?
Partly. But pure iron doesn't have the same effect. It seems to be the specific crystalline structure of steel. Something about the carbon-iron lattice.
This could be our key, not just to understanding it, but potentially to stopping it.
Alpha has been asking for updates. Should we update him?
Yes, he deserves to know what we've found. Hello, Alpha.
Doctors, found anything?
We've made several significant discoveries. First, the tendril's cellular structure explains why bullets pass through it. The cells can shift between physical states, like quantum superposition.
In English, please.
It can essentially make itself ghost-like when threatened, but solid when it wants to interact with our world.
That explains the bullets. What about the steel?
Steel disrupts this ability. It forces the cells to remain in a single state and causes what amounts to a severe allergic reaction.
So steel is toxic to it.
Essentially, yes. The specific crystalline structure of steel creates a reaction. It melts the cells on contact.
Can we weaponize this?
Theoretically, yes. But there's something else you should know.
Go on.
The tendril contains human DNA, multiple samples, dating back thousands of years.
Are you saying this thing has been kidnapping people for millennia?
It appears so, though kidnapping might not be the right term. We don't know its purpose.
Its purpose is irrelevant. It took my friends. It's taking innocent people, and we need to stop it.
We're not disagreeing, but understanding its nature is crucial to defeating it.
So what's our plan? Steel weapons, obviously. But what kind?
Given its size, conventional weapons would be ineffective, even with steel components.
What about specialized projectiles? Steel-tipped rockets? Or something that could penetrate deep enough to reach vital organs?
Do we even know if it has vital organs?
Everything living has vulnerabilities. The question is finding them.
I have concerns about this approach. We're talking about potentially killing a unique entity, one that may be the last of its kind.
With all due respect, Doctor, this unique entity has taken possibly hundreds of thousands of people, including 2 of my closest friends.
I understand both perspectives, but Alpha is right. We can't allow it to continue.
What if it's not malevolent? What if it doesn't understand the harm it's causing?
Does a tornado understand the harm it causes? We still take shelter from it and try to predict it to save lives.
Let's be pragmatic. What are our options for steel delivery systems?
I've been discussing this with Command. We have 2 possible approaches. Airborne delivery of steel rod projectiles, essentially giant steel darts dropped from high altitude, or ground-based assault with multiple launcher systems, like harpoon guns, but scaled up.
The airborne option seems safer, given what happened to your team on the ground.
True, but remember the weather manipulation. Aircraft would be vulnerable to sudden tornadoes or wind shear.
What about a combined approach? Ground team to draw its attention, airborne team to deliver the payload when it's distracted.
That could work. I'll lead the ground team.
That's extremely dangerous.
I'm aware of the risks, but I know how to fight this thing now, and I know its patterns.
How many personnel would you need?
20, all volunteers, armed with steel projectile launchers, like these, and vehicle-mounted ballistics.
I still have reservations. This could be a non-terrestrial life form, or an entity from another dimension. Not an aggressor, but simply something outside our understanding.
Whatever it is, it took my friends and dozens of civilians. That's all I need to know. I'm not here for first contact. I'm here to neutralize a threat.
Command is requesting our final assessment. Do we agree this is the best course of action?
I'll support the operation, but I want it on record that I believe we should attempt communication first.
Noted. But how do you communicate with something that reaches into the clouds? Something that has been been taking people for thousands of years?
Exactly. The evidence suggests this entity is aware of its actions and has been deliberately targeting human settlements. I support the operation.
I'll begin preparations immediately. We move at dawn.
Be careful. We still don't fully understand what we're dealing with.
Sometimes you don't need to understand something completely to know it's dangerous. Sometimes you just need to stop it.
Command has approved the operation. 600 hours tomorrow. God help us all.
Strike team in position. Alpha through Juliet teams at North Tree Line. Kilo through Tango teams at East Approach.
Good to see. We are both on drone surveillance as we speak. Perimeter secure. Any visual on the target?
Negative. Field remains clear, but we've got unusual cloud formations forming overhead.
Can you describe them?
Circular pattern, centered directly above the field. Unnaturally symmetrical, moving against prevailing winds.
Consistent with previous observations, the entity appears to manipulate atmospheric conditions. What's your team's status?
All personnel equipped with Model 7 steel rod launchers. 5 vehicles with mounted heavy launchers that are waiting further back. Each soldier also carrying steel-bladed weapons for close encounters. Everyone knows the risks.
Weather conditions?
Wind picking up, temperature dropping rapidly, visibility still good but deteriorating.
Drone sensors confirm rapid barometric pressure drop, similar to conditions before previous encounters.
Teams maintaining position along tree line, not exposing ourselves in the open, learning from last time.
Smart. Satellites show no tornadoes forming yet, but conditions are favorable for rapid development.
Aha! Ground tremors are starting, feeling vibrations coming deep through the earth.
Seismic sensors confirming regular pattern, consistent with massive bipedal or quadrupedal movement.
There it is! Holy crap. Target in sight. Matches all previous descriptions. Moving into the field from the north.
We have visual confirmation on drone feed. Estimated height over 1,500 meters. Upper portion obscured by clouds.
Can you confirm tendrils?
Affirmative. Dozens visible, hanging from what appears to be its head or neck region. Moving in patterns. Searching.
Remember the plan. Target the main body mass first. Avoid the legs, they appear to be mostly skeletal.
Copy that. Preparing first volley. All teams in firing position. Launching on my mark. Wait, what the hell?
What is it?
Fog forming behind us. Inside the forest. It shouldn't.
Alpha, report.
Oh crap. We got tendrils coming in from behind too. They're moving through the trees. Swarming. Coming at us.
How? The entity is still in the field.
It knew. It knew we were here. It's a goddamn ambush. It's behind us.
All teams pull back immediately.
Too late! We've engaged with the enemy. Multiple casualties already. Kennedy and Phillips taken. Up into the air. Myers, Rodriguez, Chang also grabbed.
Fire the steel projectiles. They should sever the tendrils.
Firing now. Multiple hits, tendrils disintegrating on contact with steel. But there are too many. And the main body, we can't hit it.
Why?
Tornadoes. Small ones. Dozens of them. They're intercepting our projectiles, sending them back at us. Crap! Johnson down, hit by our own round.
We can see it on the drone feed. It's generating defensive weather systems. Precision tornadoes to protect its body.
We've lost half the team already. Either taken by tendrils or hit by deflected fire. This is a slaughter.
Pull back immediately. Abort the mission.
No retreat path. Tendrils have circled behind us. We're cut off.
The aerial bombardment is still 10 minutes out. Can you hold position until then?
Negative. We won't last another 5. The tendrils are closing in, and those tornadoes make direct fire impossible.
There has to be a way out.
Hold up. I have an idea. The tornadoes are only blocking projectiles headed toward the main body. They form in response to our fire.
What are you thinking?
If I can get above the tornado defense, I could fire directly at its head.
How would you get above it?
The tendrils. I'll let them take me, carrying a launcher with me. Once I'm above the cloud line, I can fire unobstructed.
That's suicide. You have no idea what happens to the people it takes.
I know BETA is up there somewhere. Maybe I can find him too.
Alpha, please reconsider. Wait for the airstrike. It's only minutes away.
The airstrike will face the same tornado defense. We need to attack from above, from inside its defense perimeter.
If you do this, the chances of survival are minimal.
I'm aware, but those are my men being taken. My responsibility. And if this works, we end this. No more disappearances. No more towns emptied.
There must be another way.
There isn't, and we're out of time.
Alpha, you don't need to do this.
With all respect, Doctor. Yes, I do. I've prepared a steel spike launcher, strapped to my chest. I'm going to let the tendrils take me up. And when I'm level with its head,
You could be killed instantly, or worse.
better me than more civilians, or the rest of my team. Tell Ella I love her. Tell her that Dad took care of the monster.
Alpha, please, don't.
Tendrils approaching my position. This is for BETA, for CETA, for everyone this thing has taken. I'm moving toward them now.
Godspeed, Alpha. If anyone can do this, it's you.
Do you still have visual?
Barely. Drone 3 is tracking, but the cloud cover's dense. Alpha disappeared into the cloud layer approximately 90 seconds ago.
Any movement from the creature?
Still active. Tendrils continuing to capture remaining ground forces. The tornadic activity is intensifying.
God, this is a nightmare. Is there any way to pull out the survivors?
Negative. The entire perimeter is compromised. Rescue teams are standing by but can't approach.
How long until the airstrike?
7 minutes out. But with these wind conditions, I'm not optimistic.
What about Alpha? Any communication?
Nothing. Radio silence since he was taken. Holy Mother of God. The entity just stopped. All movement ceased. Completely frozen.
What about the tendrils?
Immobile. The tornadoes are dissipating. Everything just stopped.
He did it then. Alpha must have reached it.
What in God's name is that? Things are falling from the clouds.
Things?
Small objects at first, now larger. It's hard to make out what they are. Oh my God. They're people. Dozens of them. No, hundreds.
People? Alive?
Can't tell. They're falling from the sky. Now pieces of the creature are coming down. Massive tendril segments. It's like it's disintegrating.
The main body?
Still standing, but Jesus. It's falling! The entire thing is collapsing.
The drone feed is struggling on my end. Is that an earthquake?
It's the impact. The creature has hit the ground. The seismic sensors are off the charts.
Can you see what brought it down?
Switching to thermal imaging, there's something protruding from the neck region. Looks like it's the steel rod. Alpha hit it.
He did it. My God, he actually did it.
Alerting rescue teams now. Safe to approach. We need medical on site immediately.
What about the people who fell?
Unclear. Ground teams are moving in now. Initial reports say many appear deceased, but some are showing signs of life.
They are, after being in the sky for that long?
Unknown, but we're getting confirmation now. Multiple survivors. Dehydrated, weak, but alive.
What about Alpha and Beta?
Still searching. The field is covered with bodies and debris. It's chaos down there.
I should go to the site. They'll need scientific assessment.
I'm coming too. Meet at the helipad in 10.
Wait, update from ground team. They found Beta.
Alive?
Yes, severely dehydrated. Burns all over his body, but alive.
That's incredible. Any sign of Alpha?
Not yet. Still searching. Helicopter's ready. See you at the pad. My goodness, that was a lot. I've just arrived at the medical wing. And guess what? They found him.
Alpha?
Yes, he's alive too. Barely though.
Where was he?
They found him on top of a pile of tendril matter. Like he landed on it. It may have broken his fall.
Condition?
Critical but stable. Multiple fractures. Internal bleeding. He's in surgery now.
And Beta?
Conscious. Severely dehydrated. Some kind of radiation burns across his skin. But the doctors say he'll recover.
Has he said anything?
Nothing coherent yet. Keeps mumbling about the offering and reaching for the stars.
What about the other survivors?
37 found alive so far, including people reported missing from Millfield and the young woman from the hiking incident, Yoelle.
Her boyfriend?
Not found. Presumed deceased.
What about the earlier disappearances?
That's the truly bizarre part. They've identified individuals who went missing years ago. One man disappeared in 2017, another in 2008, all showing the same condition.
That's unbelievable. They should have died from dehydration within days.
I know. Something kept them preserved. Some kind of stasis.
Have the lab results come back from the tendril samples?
Preliminary analysis shows something extraordinary. The cells contain a compound that appears to dramatically slow cellular degradation, like nothing we've seen before on Earth.
They found something new in Alpha's hand. He was clutching it when they found him.
What is it?
Another tendril fragment, but this one's different. The DNA structure is new to us, and it confirms this thing definitely isn't a terrestrial creature. The base pairs aren't even arranged in the standard double helix, and it contains elements we can't identify.
So it's confirmed. Extraterrestrial origin.
Or interdimensional, but definitely not from here.
I've been interviewing the more lucid survivors, piecing together what happened inside the creature.
And?
They describe being held in some kind of suspended animation, conscious but unable to move. Then periodically, they would be moved upward, toward the creature's neck. They called it the offering.
The offering to what?
They don't know. No one ever made it that far and returned, until now.
So this creature was what exactly? Some kind of cosmic harvester? Collecting specimens from Earth?
That's my working theory. The wandering faith wasn't consuming these people. It was preserving them, offering them up to something else.
The legends. Offering the people to the sky. They were right all along.
Yes, but what was it offering them to, and why?
Maybe we killed the only thing that could tell us. Did we do the right thing?
People were dying, Paul. It was harvesting entire towns. We had no choice.
But what if it was some kind of buffer? What if it was appeasing something worse? By killing it, have we announced our presence to whatever it was feeding?
I don't know, but I can't help wondering. Was this thing truly alone, or are there others? And what happens when whatever it was feeding realizes its collector is gone?
If there's something else, something far more powerful and fanatic, we'll find a way to deal with that too. We found a weakness in this one. The rest of the universe is no different. What are the doctors saying about Alpha's recovery?
Long and difficult. Multiple surgeries ahead, but they expect him to walk again eventually.
And Beta?
Much better today. Still weak but fully conscious. He described what it was like up there.
And?
He said it was like being being suspended in jelly, aware but unable to move, and he could see others, hundreds of people, all being slowly moved upward.
Toward what?
He never saw, but he felt a presence, something vast and cold and ancient, waiting above.
And the others fell when Alpha fired?
Yes, he said it was like the creature suddenly collapsed. All its systems shut down at once.
The steel spike must have hit something vital. A neural center, perhaps. We'll know more once Alpha is awake.
Raynor, he's awake, and I've just spoken to him. The stuff he's told me is far beyond just disturbing.
What did he say?
When he was up there, just before he fired, he said he saw something moving in the upper atmosphere. Something enormous, dwarfing even the wandering faith.
Did he describe it?
Only that it was dark, and it seemed to be watching.
Well, that's a problem for another day. Right now, I need a goddamn beer. I'll see if Alpha and Beta would be up for that too. Something tells me we all need it.